Hey guys, what's up? It's Nate from Evan's Family Woodworking. Today's video is going to be a quick tutorial on building your own coffee table. It's a really simple farmhouse style coffee table that I'm actually using some scraps that I have from different places. The finished product doesn't look like I had scraps, but that is what I had laying around. And here's the weird thing about it is I've never built a coffee table before. I am a crafter by trade, and I didn't grow up building furniture. So I'm gonna give this a shot. I'm probably gonna make some mistakes on the way, but here we go. So I'm starting with some actually scrap 1x6s that I had. I had several, and the shortest one is 38 inches, which a standard coffee table is somewhere in the 30s to 48 inches. So she's got a small apartment, so it doesn't need that big. So 38 inches is more than enough. I've already marked all my holes for what I'm going to do with my Craig jig here in a little bit, and then I went ahead and cut a couple of cross beams just for support, and then I will use 1x4s for the edging underneath and the legs. The next thing I did was to cut some 1x4s for the frame underneath, and I'll get those attached in a little bit. I'm going to work on the legs a little later, but right now I want to work on the top and make sure it's secure before I go. I may not have the material for the legs I have in mind, but I may come up with something soon. So now I've got all my Craig jig holes cut. Now it's just a matter of putting it together. So we're finished gluing and clamping. We're gonna give it about an hour or so. It's awful humid and hot in here today. So we're using Gorilla wood glue. It's my personal favorite. I have several bottles of it all the time. My wife finds them all over the place. But they're a good product, and they've got all kinds of their own version of super glue and things like that. But so Gorilla Glue, we'll wait to put our screws in once the clamps have set, or once the glue is set. We'll take the clamps off and go from there. So here we are now, we've got the legs attached. I decided to put them on the inside just so they would be out of the way. I know that you can put the supports in between, but I wanted a little more support on the actual table itself, so I put them on the inside. I know you see a lot of extra screws. This is a learning curve for me. This is actually the first time I've done this. There's a lot of crafts I've done, built all kinds of things for crafting and different woodworking, but carpentry is a new thing for me. But this is what the bottom will look like. And just a second, I'll flip it over and show you what the finished product look like. So there you have it, folks, my very first coffee table. I wish I could take credit and say that I've done this a million times, but I haven't. And this plan is a combination of a whole bunch of things I found online, and then just a little inspiration from the good Lord to get me through it. I will seal it, but I really like the colors on top. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go with a clear seal on the top after I get it all sanded and stuff. I'll try to make one last video, maybe tomorrow when it's a little cooler, and see what it looks like. Hey, I know this is the last, those back legs are dark and paint. I was using came across some extra 1x4s, and they're just gonna get sanded off anyway, so figured I might as well use them. So there you go, that's my very first coffee table. All right guys, here's our finished product. I just put a couple of coats of a clear gloss on top, painted it white. Actually, it's an antique white on the bottom. I went back and secured underneath with a cross beam. Everything's still wet right now, but I'd show you. But no, hey, it really wasn't that hard to do. If you just trust in your instinct, trust in what God's doing in your head, and the plans will be there. If you need help with something else, please let me know. But hey, God bless you guys. Have a great day.